Hello everybody, it's me Heather and it's Makeup of the Day Monday. So I'm just going to talk about the products that I played with from my makeup stash today and just give you little mini reviews along the way. So I have quite a few Neutrogena products in my personal collection and I actually really like Neutrogena. I actually really started trying and using Neutrogena last year. For a long time, for me, that was one of those drugstore brands I feel still doesn't really do a good job of encompassing deeper skin tones, but they have made more of an effort, I feel, in the past couple of years or a year or two. And usually in the Neutrogena line, when it comes to their foundation shades, usually I am the last shade that they offer or the next to the last. So they've obviously still got a way to go. But let me just start off with what I use as a primer. So I use the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Primer. It has SPF 15 in it, and it says it has an exclusive antioxidant blend. I'm not really sure what that blend consists of. I've never really analyzed the ingredients, but I love the way this feels. It's a very lightweight, it feels like it's water-based, and it has clear sunscreens in it, so it doesn't alter the appearance of your makeup. It leaves your skin feeling a little bit moist, but this is a nice skin prep, and I actually really like this a lot, and I like this as a primer at the drugstore that has sun protection at SPF 15. So I'm actually almost done with this, and this is definitely one I would repurchase. This one I've used a lot. I actually really like this one a lot too. So sorry, I know it's kind of gross looking. And I broke this when I very first got it. I dropped it and it broke. But this is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Compact Makeup. This also has SPF in it. It has SPF 55. So when you first apply this, it does have quite a bit of a white cast to it. But then it warms up with your skin tone, and as you can see on me, it's a pretty nice match. This is in the shade Natural Beige 60, which, like I said, is probably the last shade they offer, or next to the last shade. But this one, I like this if I apply it with like a buffing brush. When you originally buy this, it comes with a makeup sponge. This is not the original makeup sponge. This is one I've used and haven't thrown away, which is really gross. I'm usually really good about that. It's weird because if you use... Sorry, my doggies are going to be excited because I think my boyfriend's home. So this foundation, it's a little bit weird. Like, you can even see it. You won't be able to probably see it on camera, but there's like little, I don't know, little bumps or dots or something. So whenever I use a sponge to apply this, it leaves like little bumps or dots. It's something about the formulation. I'm not sure why it does that. So it works better if I just scrape some out using, like, I usually use my palette knife, scrape some out, put it on the back of my hand, and then use like a buffing brush to apply it, something like this. This is a Real Techniques buffing brush, which is really nice. Just use that to blend it in all over. Then it gives you that nice, smooth, blended out texture, and it doesn't leave these weird little bumps. Whenever I use like a makeup sponge and, you know, apply it that way, it leaves these weird bumps. I'm not sure what that is. I think it has something to do with the sunscreen. I'm not really sure. Sounds gross, but I actually really like this. And if you like cream foundations and you want sun protection, like a high level of sun protection in your foundation, this is actually quite nice. And then I've used this pretty often. This is also something I would repurchase. I actually really like it a lot. This is the Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector from Neutrogena, and this has SPF 25 in it. So I like a lot of the Neutrogena makeup products because they do have sun protection in it, and it doesn't irritate my eyes or my skin. It doesn't break me out, doesn't irritate me, so it's really nice. This is in the shade Light 10. It's just that twist up brush, and I apply it very liberally under my eye, do that huge triangle, and then I just blend it out with whatever I'm using that day. Makeup brush, sponge, fingers, whatever. I really like that. And then I went a different way from how I usually do my makeup because I'm a big fan of doing, you know, primer, foundation, concealer, powder. Instead of doing my powder step, I decided, since I was still using cream products, to go ahead and play with some of my new cream products that I recently hauled from the MAC Artificially Wild collection. So I got all three of the cream color bases, and I have all three of these on my face today. Let me start with probably the most controversial one. This one is a Dirty Mustard Olive Green, which it is on my face right now. If you look really hard, you can probably tell where I put it. If you use a light hand with this, this does make a nice contour. If you use a buffing brush, again, I used this type of brush, and actually you can probably see it right on here. This is the buffing brush from Real Techniques. I use this really light-handedly, and I use it along my jawline. I blended that out along my hairline here, into my the hollows of my cheeks, along my hairline, and then really brought it down like right here and right here for definition. I even used it on the sides of my nose to contour. So obviously, this is not going to work for everybody, and there's other ways you can use this. If you are really going for an avant-garde look, you could do a really Grace Jones 90s Heroin Chic. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I have to say it. Nobody has said this. This is a total Heroin Chic shade. If you wanted to do really hard contours with this, Heroin Chic, okay? They say this is a 90s inspired collection. Nobody has said anything about Heroin Chic. Come on, people. Let's be real now. Heroin Chic. So, but I obviously didn't go the Heroin Chic route. But I did use it for some soft contouring, brought a lot of warmth to my face. Again, like I said, obviously this isn't going to work for a lot of people. If you have, obviously fair, light, medium skin tones, steer clear. Medium and deeper skin tones will be able to pull this off. Still want to use a light hand if you're using it just to warm up your complexion a little, if you're doing soft contouring. Also, you're going to want to have yellow and or olive undertones in your skin. If you have ruddy, pink, red, orange undertones in your skin, you're probably going to want to steer clear. But I love this. I'm happy to have it. And I am actually probably just, I hope it's not too repetitive, but I think on Wednesday when I do my Get Ready With Me Wednesday video, I think I'm actually just going to recreate this entire look just so you guys can see me using these cream color bases. And I use them on my face. So this one is not safe for lips, but you can use it pretty much anywhere else on your face, including your eyelids. And like I said, I will go ahead and just recreate this entire look on Wednesday, just so you guys can see me using these cream color bases from MAC. This is in the shade Au Nature. I just realized I forgot to tell you guys that. It's Au Nature or Au Nature. All right, the next one I used, oops, start dropping stuff in this bag, is this Breaking Ground? There it is. The next one I used is Breaking Ground. Again, this is another one that people are kind of like, I don't know. Breaking Ground. So this is another buffing brush from Real Techniques. I have 2 or 3 of these buffing brushes. So this one's called Breaking Ground, and this is like an iridescent light mauve. I used it as a highlight just right on my cheekbone right here. I just blend that in, and that's, I think, also the trick to making these work. Is when you apply these using a buffing brush, you can use your fingers, you can use a sponge, but I really find something like this, a buffing brush, is really great for really diffusing that. So it looks like that it's just light that is being caught on your skin, like your skin's just catching and reflecting light. It doesn't look like you're applying a purple iridescent mauve highlight. So I use that right there on my cheekbones. I think I said collarbone earlier, cheekbones. And it is just beautiful, and it just gave me this amazingly iridescent look. And because I used a buffing brush to apply it and really blend it in, it naturally blends in. You can't really see where it stops or where it starts. So I really like that. And then I used Shell. This one I used actually a stippling brush, but you could use a buffing brush as well. So I used actually a stippling brush from Real Techniques. I know a lot of people have these, that's why I'm showing them. And this is in the shade Shell. This is part of MAC's Permanent line. This has a frost finish. I use this down the center of my nose. I use it on my Cupid's bow. I use it on my chin. I even put a little bit on my forehead. So I really like these. So only then, after I applied all my cream products and I was done with all my cream products, did I move on to powder. So this is no stranger. I've used this many times. It's the Mary Kay translucent loose powder. There's not much to say other than it's a loose powder, and it's good for setting your foundation. And in my case, I wanted to set my foundation because it's a hot, sunny day. Moving on to eyes. Again, no stranger to this channel. Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, Anti-Aging. Not going to say anything else about it because I use it all the time. This you guys are probably going to really like seeing. These are all 4 eyeshadows. Let me open that so you guys can see them without getting blinded. These are all 4 eyeshadows from the MAC Artificially Wild collection. They were sold as singles. I depotted them and turned them into a quad. And the shade I have on my eyes, I'm wearing only one shade of these today. The shade I'm wearing is Natural Wilderness. It's a satin finish. It's described as a dirty mustard golden nude. So again, me rocking that dirty olive green mustard thing. So dirty olive mustard nude. So just applied that all over my lid, and I just blended it upward, as you can see, and I applied it, excuse me, underneath my eyelash, and that's it. So I love this warm, earthy color. So I now understand, though, why MAC released all 4 of these eyeshadows as singles as opposed to making a quad. It's pretty dirty because I've played with it a lot. So I've experimented with several different looks, different combinations, and almost every single time, even with this really pretty light pink one here that's really shimmery, no matter what look I created, once I got to blending, they would blend together so much that they would all become one color. They would become muddy. So now I see, oh, that's why MAC didn't release this as a quad. I'm still happy I turned it into a quad because I hate having single eyeshadows running around my drawer. It's really hard for me to keep track of them this way. So this way, whenever I pull these out, I actually took the original sticker from the container and stuck them on the bottoms of the pan so I still know the names of them. But I'm going to start labeling these on the outside too. And I've got a whole makeup organization video coming up soon that I'm anxious to show you guys. I'm really excited about. But I'll also show you how I'm going to be labeling these and keeping track of these in the near future. But yeah, the one I'm wearing is, sorry, I'm cheating off my computer because I can't remember the names. This is Natural Wilderness, and like I said, it is a dirty mustard golden nude. And this is the one that is on my eyes, and it just, here it looks really yellow. There you go. But if I bring it back, you can see that's the one I have on my eyes. So I really like these shadows. If you need more earthy tones in your personal makeup collection, these are definitely worth picking up. Because you can use them by themselves, obviously, or you could just blend them with other eyeshadows in your collection. But using all 4 of them together from the collection, I really just find it gets really muddy. Just the color selection, although they're very pretty, they just get really muddy. They blend into one color when you use them that way. So that's just me. All right, winged eyeliner, no surprise here. Stila, and this is the dark brown. This is their Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And it's just that nice felt tip pen that I love. And I love how the dark brown looks almost black, but not quite. I think that complements this eyeshadow really nicely. Mascara, again, Stila. This is the Mile High Lashes in Jet Black. I love this mascara. It's very similar to the, I guess I'll almost even say they're dupes. It's very similar to the Essence Lash Mania Reloaded False Lash Mascara. They have very, very, very similar brushes. Very similar brushes. This one's a little, has more bristles. The Essence one has less bristles, but they're basically the same shape. And like I said, I feel like the formulas are really similar too. This one's definitely a little less clumpy. The Essence one's a bit more clumpy, but honestly, they're almost dupes. So, worth checking out. Eyebrows, I use this on just every video, so I'm not going to say much about them. These are the Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousses from Tarte. I use the shades Taupe and Medium Brown. I use Taupe in the front, and I use Medium Brown towards my arch in the back. So there's that. My lips. I didn't haul anything from MAC's. I didn't haul any of the lip products from MAC's Artificially Wild collection because I just felt like I really like the colors. I really do. I just feel like I have too many MAC lipsticks. And my collection's actually not that big compared to a lot of people here on YouTube, but I just feel like I had something else in my collection I could use that would go well. So I decided to, I almost forgot a product. I almost forgot 2 products, sorry. I just saw these out of the corner of my eye and realized I almost forgot something. There we go. So let me place those right here. Let me fix my autofocus. Sorry about that. There we go. That'll fix it. All right. So on my lips, I have the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Color Cosmetic Pencil in Sebastian. So I just lined my lips and filled them in. I love this color. It's a very cool toned taupe, which I thought really this really matches the Artificially Wild collection that MAC has released. And then on top of that, I actually used a MAC lip gloss. This is a limited edition one. This is from the MAC Pedro Lorenzo collection. This is the actual shade Mirror. This is the actual mirror. I did, this originally came in the wrong box with the wrong label on it. And I fixed that by putting the correct label on it because I bought both of them. Anyways, it is a silver lip gloss. It's a silver lip gloss. So I just applied this on my hand just like that. And I take a lip brush and I just dotted that across and they just complemented each other perfectly. Sorry, I am losing my voice as usual. Alright, and then these are the two products I almost forgot. And you guys are probably going to like seeing this. Ta-da! So I now have a MAC blush palette that I created. So I'll talk about this in another video. But the top three here are from the Artificially Wild collection. This is Next to Skin. This is Pink Cult. And this is Taupe. I'm wearing Pink Cult today, which is a mid-tone dirty mauve, I think they call it. Let's see what they call it. Let's take a look really quick. They call it a mid-tone dirty neutral pink. There you go. Want to get those descriptions right. A mid-tone dirty neutral pink, and it's called Pink Cult. And I have this just on my cheeks. So that's also from the MAC Artificially Wild collection, but just I depotted my blushes and put them in a MAC palette. Like I said, I'll talk about that in another video. And then the last product I use, and sorry guys, I'm dropping stuff. The last product I use is from Makeup Forever. This is just a little sample size. This is a high definition powder. I use this as a finishing powder all over. And this completes the look. Okay, let me know what you guys think of this look. Because you know I like to step outside the norm and use unusual colors and try to create some interesting looks for you guys instead of everything just being naked and neutral and natural, which I really find really boring. And I don't really wear a lot of naked, neutral, natural makeup on a day-to-day basis because that bores me. But let me know what you guys think of this look. Is this just totally gross? Are you not feeling it at all? I mean, just let me know. I would love to hear your opinions. And alright, so feel free to follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, all that good stuff. Thumbs up this video if you like it. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.